Alright, ladies and gentlemen, get it popping. Fix the microphone. Oh, microphone, no. Microphone, come back. What are you doing? No. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Give me just a second. My microphone's acting really silly. Give me a second, please. Did I get it? Oh, there we go. Alright, sorry about that. What is up, guys? Faces Gaming here, and welcome to one of two videos we're going to be recording this week. This video, which will go out on Friday, and then tomorrow's video, Thanksgiving, you should know what that video is. The annual Thanksgiving video. That video will be recorded later on today. But welcome to the RYNO tier list. I know you probably saw it by the thumbnail and by the clever title that I came up with. Today we're gonna be ranking all the RYNOs or RYNO type weapons in the entirety of the Ratchet and Clank series, from Ratchet 1 all the way up to Rift Apart. So as you can see, we have our colorful cast of characters here, and we're gonna be ranking them on 3 bits of criteria. 1, how hard they are to obtain. 2, how fun they are to use. And 3, if they do have an upgraded version, how much stronger is that upgraded version from the base one? So, pretty simple list, right? With my tier list, I try to keep my criteria pretty simple for everybody to understand. So we have our tiers. We have S, A, B, C, and a D. So let's get this list started, shall we? Starting off, we have the OG, the original RYNO from the original Ratchet and Clank for the PS2. Now, the first ever RYNO costs 100,000 bolts, and you're not gonna get this on your first playthrough. This will take probably 2, maybe 3, or maybe even 8 playthroughs if you just, or 4 playthroughs. Really think about it. If like you don't spend nothing on your second playthrough. However, there is an easy way to do it, and if you're a Ratchet and Clank fan, you know where I'm going with this: the infinite bulk glitch. If you do the infinite bulk glitch for a couple hours, you'll have way more than enough bolts to cover the 100,000 bolts price tag for this weapon. And if you do the glitch on your first playthrough, this weapon breaks the first playthrough. Emperor Drek goes down in literal seconds. I kid you not. He goes down in literal seconds, and it is some of the most fun I've ever had with the RYNO. Some of the most fun I've had in a while, to be honest with you. So, in terms of obtainability, it kind of depends on you. Are you gonna do the infinite bulk glitch method to get the RYNO one, or are you gonna do the multiple playthroughs option? It's up to you. So, in terms of damage, this thing hits. You have, I think it's like 24, 25. I think you have 25 shots. I don't remember. I don't remember because I haven't played Ratchet 1 in a while, so I don't remember. I think it's like 25 shots. And you don't get ammo from any ammo crates for this gun. You have to continuously buy ammo from the shop. So in terms of fun factor for the RYNO 1, I'm gonna put it in A tier just to get us started. Because again, getting the first RYNO, it might not be as strong as like the other RYNOs out here, but it is still fun to use. It is still fun to use. I haven't taken it through challenge mode yet because challenge mode is gonna be too easy though with the RYNO 1. But the RYNO 1, for a starting RYNO, it's highly priced, but it's still fun to use. And if you're thinking about playing the original Ratchet and Clank, if they ever decide to release it on modern consoles, I highly recommend you give this weapon a try. It's really fun. Alright, up next we have the RYNO 2 from Going Commando. The RYNO 2 costs 1 million bolts. And there is an infinite bulk glitch in Ratchet 2, but I don't go that way. I do Ratchet 2 the old-fashioned way. So for me, it takes 2 playthroughs to get the RYNO. It takes me 2 playthroughs to get the RYNO, Well, yeah, no, it takes me one additional playthrough in the first game in the first playthrough of challenge mode. To be honest with you, too, I'll be more precise and clarify this stuff. The Rhino 2, it holds way more ammo. I think it holds like 100. I think it holds maybe 50 shots. Is it? I don't remember. It has been a while. It has been a while since I played with any of these Rhinos. Okay. The Rhino 2 holds more ammo than the Rhino 1. Is even more powerful than the Rhino 1. And against bosses, it shreds because it's the Rhino. It's gonna take the Rhino, as the name suggests, is gonna rip you a new one, of course. Now, how fun is Rhino to use? I just mentioned it. It wipes out anything, turning them to dust. And against bosses, it shreds their health. Now again, unless you utilize the infinite bolt glitch on Planet Grelbin, which is also the best planet to grind XP for all your other weapons against, killing up all those snow beasts that have an obscene amount of health. Even the Rhino, even with the Rhino, they don't go down immediately. They take maybe like an extra hit or something like that, or like stuff like that. But regardless, where do I rate the Rhino 2 on this tier list? Is it S? Is it A, B, C, D? Where am I putting the Rhino 2? All that yapping aside. For me specifically, I'm going to put the Rhino 2 in A tier. I'm going to put the Rhino 2 at the top of A tier, just in front of Rhino 1. Specifically because I like these two Rhinos, but they're not my favorite Rhino. Rhino 2 is fun to use, don't get it twisted. I have a blast with my Carbonux armor, fully maxed out weapon, fully maxed out Omega weapons, and just running through each planet, just bringing death and destruction. But after playing a lot of other Ratchet and Clank games, there are other Rhinos that I enjoy more than Rhino 2. I'm going to be honest with you. Alright, and next up, we have the Zodiac guy. We have the Zodiac device from the same game, Going Commando. It costs one more bolt extra than the Rhino. This weapon costs, I think, 1.2 million bolts or 1.5 million bolts. It's somewhere in the million bolt range. This weapon acts like a nanotech upgrade. You know how like in a Ratchet and Clank game where you increase your health, the screen will flash white and kill everything on screen with the explosion. That is what the Zodiac does. That is essentially what it does. You have 4 uses of it. And it doesn't really do much against bosses. But against normal enemies, it wipes them out, turning them to dust. Now, again, I don't usually use the Zodiac gadget all that much. The Rhino 2 is way more fun in my opinion. But the Zodiac gadget is a neat device to use. But again, I don't go out of my way to use it. So this might piss off a lot. This might piss off a lot of people. But I'm gonna put the Zodiac gadget in B tier. The only reason why is that I don't use it all that much when the Rhino is right there. I mean, I will use it, but again, not as much. Alright, up next we have the Rhino 3 from Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal, or Ratchet 3. This Rhino costs 1 million bolts this Rhino costs 1 million bolts to obtain, and you can upgrade it all the way up to level 10. Yes, you heard me right. You can upgrade this weapon all the way up to level 10. There is a Omega version of the Rhino 3. And the Omega version does even more damage than the normal. Now, how this Rhino works is that it shoots a blast of energy into the air and explodes, turning anything that isn't a boss into literal atoms, ashes, dust. Kills everything. And against bosses, it wrecks. It wrecks. In terms of fun factor, just take the Rhino into the Court-tastic challenge. Take this Rhino into the Court-tastic challenge over on Annihilation Nation, and I'll be there to wipe the tears from your eye. I'll be there to wipe the tears of joy from your eye. For me, this is one of my favorite Rhinos in the game, in like the entirety of the series. This is one of my more favorite rhinos. So I'm gonna put this at S tier for me. For me, it's one of my more favorite rhinos because I just really do like the Rhino 3. I'm gonna be honest with you. I put this in S because it's really fun to use. It's really fun to use, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Up next, we don't have a Rhino, but again with the Zodiac gadget, it's a Rhino type weapon. We have the Harbinger from Deadlock. The Harbinger goes straight into S tier. Here's why. It costs the same amount. It costs 1,250,000 bolts. That's how much it costs. There's also an Omega version that can go all the way up to level 99, bringing even more death and destruction. And on top of that, with Deadlock's modding system, like the alpha mods and whatnot, and the alpha mods giving you more ammo, more damage, more range, more XP, more health on kills. And on top of the Omega mods, the Napalm mod, the Frost mod, the Shock mod, the Acid mod, the Brainwash mod, the Morph mod, and the Mini Bomb mod. This was the most fun Rhino type weapon I ever got to use in the Ratchet series. The most fun. And this is most recent because I most recently just platinumed Deadlock. Just throw that out there. And I am telling you, I haven't even gotten the Omega Harbinger yet, but when I do get it, it's going to be fun. The Harbinger is probably my favorite weapon in the entire series. Even more so than the Rhino 3. I could make an argument for the Rhino too, but the Harbinger, it just brings death and destruction. And against bosses with the right mod, oh my god. People talk about how broken the Scorpion Flail is with the Ice mod. People talk about how broken that is. Think about the Harbinger, man. Alright, up next we have the Rhinoceter from the PSP games, Size Matters, and Secret Agent Claim. This weapon in the Size Matters costs a whopping, sit down for this, you're going to want to sit down for this. This weapon in Size Matters costs a whopping 10 million bolts. I kid you not, and I don't know how much it costs in Secret Agent Claim because I haven't played that game yet. I haven't played through that game yet, but in Size Matters, it costs a whopping 10 million bolts. Yes, you heard me right. 10 with a T. So in terms of obtainability, this is going at the bottom half of the list. And in terms of fun factor, it's not that strong. Even against auto, it does damage, but it's not that strong. A lot of the weapons in Size Matters are just not that strong. It's better from what I've seen. It's better in Secret Agent Clank but in Size Matters, oof, it's not that good. For me, specifically for me, I am going to put this. Actually, I think I'm gonna bring the Rhino one down to C tier because fun factors up there, but in terms of the Rhinos. Actually, no. Put that there. We're gonna put the Rhinoceter in C tier. We're gonna put the Rhinoceter in C tier. The Rhinoceter, even with the Titan Rhinoceter, which goes up to version 4, I believe, or version 5, or something like that. There's also a Titan. There's also an upgradable version of the Rhinoceter in Size Matters. This weapon was a pain to get unless you know the farming strat, where you go to Planet Metalis, go get to the end of the Polarizer obstacle course, smash with the box breaker, smash all the bolts at the end of the obstacle course, teleport, go to the farming. Thank you, Fall, for interrupting. Thank you very much. Go to the farming cooperative of the Diny Moons, and smash up everything there, and then return. You have to do this in challenge mode, by the way. You have to get a ×12 multiplier and do that. Yeah, C tier. It's not as fun to use, and it's a pain in the butt, to get. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, up next we have the Rhino 4. Now, this Rhino appears in 2 games. It makes its first appearance in Tools of Destruction, but it also comes back as just the RYNO in the Ratchet 2016. Now, in Tools of Destruction, you have to find all the RYNO plans and bring them back to the smuggler, and he'll build you the RYNO. And in 2016, it costs it just costs $1 million bolts. No, not $1 million bolts. You have to find all the RYNO cards and then take them back to the dude on Real Guard to get the RYNO. So the RYNO 4, it's strong. I didn't get a chance to fully level it up yet because I was just trying to move to the next game I wanted to platinum. But from what I got to use from in Tools of Destruction, the Tools of Destruction version, first impressions, I put it right here. I put it right here in B tier. As for the 2016 version, I kind of put it in the same place. B tier. Like, it's not hard to get. Again, finding all the RYNO plans in Tools of Destruction or finding all the RYNO cards in 2016, as long as you got the map-o-matic or the treasure mapper, as some games call it, as the future games call it, the treasure mapper, you can find all the things that you need. All like the things you need to build to get that RYNO. And in 2016's case, you can get the Omega RYNO, level that up to level 10, and the Omega RYNO from 2016 puts the RYNO 4 from here to around here. But we're gonna put it in B tier for now. Not again. I like this RYNO, but I think the other RYNO, all the RYNOs are better than it. And speaking of which, we have the RYNO that I'm currently working with. We have the RYNO 5 from A Crack in Time. I finally got to sit down and play A Crack in Time over the past couple of days. And let me tell you, one of the most fun RYNOs I ever got to use. So, this RYNO also works like the RYNO 4 from Tools of Destruction. You have to find all the RYNO plans and take them back to the smuggler so he can build it for you. And there is an Omega version of the RYNO. I haven't used it yet. I don't think I will because the version 5 is pretty decent right now. It's pretty good as it is. I'm not gonna lie. But the RYNO 5 is a hell of a lot of fun to use. I'm not gonna lie. It's a hell of a lot of fun to use, and I enjoy it. Once you get the treasure mapper from the Battleplex, you can literally start finding all the RYNO plans. You're not gonna find all of them immediately until you at least get to like the final sector in the game. But once you do that, once you find all the RYNO plans, you go back to one of the sectors that has a city planet, talk to the smuggler, he'll build it for you, and then you can just go to town. Alternatively, some of you might recognize this RYNO from PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale as Ratchet's level 1 super. Not many people know about that game. That game's actually pretty fun though. It's a knockoff Smash, just like how Multiverses is, but you get the idea. So yeah, the RYNO 5, I've heard stories about this gun being like devastatingly good, and now that I've used it myself, I agree. The RYNO 5 is really good, I ain't gonna lie. Alright, up next, we're wrapping this list up, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. We have the RYNO 6 protosuit from Ratchet & Clank All for One. I personally have not used this RYNO, but I've seen other people use it. It looks like it's fun. You have to save, I think you have to save all the critters in that game to unlock it. I don't remember. But from what I've seen, this RYNO is kind of strong. This RYNO is strong. It's not the strongest RYNO, but it is strong. I'm gonna put it in at least B tier for now. I haven't personally used it yet because I have not gone out of my way to save all the critters in All for One yet, and I haven't really gone back to play All for One. I don't really play that game that much, gonna be honest with you. But here we go. And I'm gonna just move the rhinoceros down to D tier. Gonna move this down to C tier. Yeah, perfectly good. Okay. So next, you might notice we have 2 of the same RYNO, and I'm going to explain what I mean. So first, we have the normal RYNO 7 from Into the Nexus, excuse me. Excuse for if my voice goes out. You have to apologize. I'm still sick. I'm still dealing with like a cold, so I apologize. So the RYNO 7, it costs 1 million bolts to acquire. Or do you have to find? Don't you gotta find some stuff? No, that's what. No. The RYNO 7. You have to find all the vault keys for that one jungle planet. Then, once you find all the vault keys, you bring them back to the smuggler, and he'll open the vault, and the RYNO 7 is behind it. I completely forgot. So, the RYNO 7, easy to obtain, just like the RYNO 5, the RYNO 4, and even the RYNO 6, if you think about it, because you just got to complete challenges to obtain that weapon, right? The RYNO 4 on its own, I give it a B. I give it a B. It's good. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. It's fun. But it doesn't compare, in my opinion, to the level 8 to the level 10 Omega RYNO 7, which goes right up here into S tier. The reason why I say that is because you can farm the platinum challenge at the at Destructipalooza to get the Omega RYNO, which is to get a chance to get the Omega RYNO. The Omega RYNO costs 1 million bolts. It costs 1 million bolts to get, and once you get it, it's just as strong. It's a tiny bit stronger than the RYNO 7. The RYNO 7, I'm actually gonna put it up here in the A tier. I do enjoy the RYNO 7. But the Omega RYNO 7 is just fun incarnate. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, last up, we have the most recent RYNO in the franchise. We have the RYNO 8 from Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I forget what you're supposed to do to acquire them. Oh, no, I know. I literally did research on this before I started the video. So, the RYNO 8 is only available in challenge mode, and it costs 1 million bolts to acquire. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Sounds familiar, right? Sounds familiar, right? We started with like RYNOs being only purchasable in challenge mode, or in Ratchet 1's case, the million bolt glitch. But RYNO 8 costs 1 million bolts in challenge mode, and once you get it, it has a maximum of 8 shots. But the RYNO 8 is different. It's different from all the other RYNOs. It's not a bullet weapon. It doesn't have any rockets. It doesn't, rain. It doesn't, rain death in it. It's not. Again, how do I speak? It doesn't rain a whole mess of bullets at enemies. Okay. It opens a wormhole that drops like a random thing on the battlefield, and that thing hits the ground and explodes and does massive damage. Like, for instance, you can bring you can portal in. You can portal in. I kid you not, the precursor mechanism from the beginning of Jack 2, and Sly Cooper's van from Sly Cooper. I kid you not. Those are things that you can portal in. I'm not joking. Those are tiny little Easter eggs for other PlayStation companies, from the Ratchet, from the Sly Cooper games and the Jack games, of course. In terms of fun, though, you run out of ammo so fast in this thing. You run out of ammo so fast in the RYNO 8. So even though I did get it to max. I didn't get the Omega version because I just didn't feel like it. See, if there is an Omega version for a gun I haven't gotten, I just didn't feel like getting it. So for the RYNO 8, I'm going to put the RYNO 8 into at least B tier. I'm going to put it into B tier. It's a fun weapon to use, but compared to the other RYNOs at the top of the list, it's not as fun. The damage it does is good once you max it out. But again, compared to the other weapons on this list, it just doesn't do it for me. It doesn't, hold up. Still a fun weapon to get, though. I highly recommend you try all these RYNOs. Alright, we've been recording for 24 minutes. This one was a bit of a doozy. I do apologize for the 24-minute yap. But just want to talk about the RYNO. This was literally an idea I had yesterday while playing Crack and Tom. I decided just to do it. So if you stuck this long, if you stuck to this video this long, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys tomorrow for the Thanksgiving video. So this video you're watching now will be out on Friday. It is out on Friday. And the video you'll watch for me tomorrow, but for you guys yesterday will be the, it makes no sense, but you get the idea. I'll talk to you guys in the Thanksgiving video, okay? Love you guys so much. Peace.